I dreaming? I feel like this is a real.
I can tell you, like, this is groundbreaking. If you have a health issue, this is your story too. It's not like, if this doesn't work, it's the end. I've had 12.5 years of medicines and treatments not help me. And I still have a great life. And I'm gonna still have a great life after this medication, whether or not it works for me or not. This is my Christmas morning.
Push down, click, let go of the blue button.
Probably will have you, oh, the FDA approved! Oh my gosh, the FDA approved the CGRP! I just got a message in my email. The National Headache Foundation, new hope in migraine prevention. It's pleased to join millions of migraine sufferers in the US in expressing our enthusiasm about FDA approval announcement for Amgen and Novartis Aimovig. Generic is Aranab, the country's first medicine specifically designed to prevent migraines. I can't believe it. Never have they ever made a drug for those of us who have migraine disease that is a prevention medicine. It's the first in a new class of therapies known as CGRP inhibitors. I've got to learn how to say it. Aimovig is the first and only FDA-approved treatment to block the calcitonin gene-related peptide receptor, which is a CGRP-R, which plays an important role in migraine. Aimovig was consistently shown to reduce monthly migraine days, including in more than I'm sorry. Am I dreaming? I feel like this is a real. This line, I'm having a hard time reading. It says, Aimovig was consistently shown to reduce monthly migraine days, including in more difficult to treat populations, and that means me, with many patients achieving at least a 50% reduction. That's unbelievable. I could take a 10% reduction. It would make so much difference. This is gonna change so many people's lives. So many people. There will be young women who will never live the life I've lived, and I'm so happy. The treatment should be available in pharmacies in a week. This is the minute you like wait for your entire life, and it's not just me. Like, I'm so hopeful for me, but when I feel this joy, I feel it for our community because we've needed this for such a long time. So happy. Our patient constituency truly appreciates the diligence and dedications of the researchers who've worked so hard over the last several years to get to this day. I'm so thankful. There's so much more to be done in migraine research. This is just the first step because not everybody is helped by it. I know very well that this could be just another treatment that I'm not helped by. And if that's the case, that's okay because there's so many people that are going to be helped by, and I know research will catch up with me. I've said that for a long time. Research has not caught up with the severity of my disease yet. I really hope and I'm gonna believe that this is gonna work for me. I think we all have to do that. We all have to go into every new treatment saying, this is gonna work, even if we know the likelihood's not very high. I do think that there is a high likelihood because there are people like me who are difficult to treat who responded. I can't wait to see what happens as soon as next week starts and people start getting this medicine. I hope that I get it as soon as possible. I can't even tell you how life-changing this is, and I mean it truly in a community sense. May 17th, 2018, it's gonna change the rest of our lives. It's like a new day. Even if it's not for my life, it's a new day for everybody, and hope. I know people, and specifically one individual that took her life because of migraine, and I know other people who have attempted because of their disability from the severity of migraine, and I can tell you I've been down and suicidal myself because of it. It's a very stigmatized disease. Usually those of us with migraine, it'll take 12 weeks for a medicine to start working, and then after 12 weeks, if it's not start working, then we have to up the dose, and it takes so long to do these trial and error methods because you're always trying to see, okay, maybe it's a higher dose, maybe I can stick it through the side effects, is it gonna work for me or not? It's such a roller coaster of hope and hoping that the next treatment works. Yeah, I've tried over 100 medications. How many times I was hospitalized for 14 days at a time, and patients would come in and they would get their migraines broken, they would take IV medication and they would go home, and I would be there day after day after day enduring these awful medications. I had to have PICC lines because I was there for so long and my veins blew. I would leave the hospital just as bad as I came in. I have tried ketamine, I've tried lidocaine, I have tried so many different crazy IV therapies that you would never think that somebody could take and then not get help from. I never really got significantly better ever, and Migraine Advocate lit a fire into my butt and said, Kelly, you've been there for 4 years, it's not making a difference for you. So I went to a different doctor in Dallas, and then I went to another doctor here in Chicago, and this doctor is giving me the best shot. Every new thing that's come out, we have tried. I've been at the last resort treatments for the last 7-8 years. It would have been really easy to lose hope trying treatments, and they fail every single time. Significant disability that people just don't understand. Most people aren't as accepting of people like me who have migraine. I can't tell you how many people who, they know I have migraine disease, they know it's disabling to me, yet they still would come up to me and say, Kelly, have they figured out what's wrong with you yet? Migraine is not a headache, it's a neurological disease. And to say it's a headache, it's like just naming one symptom out of many symptoms. I don't have a headache every time. Sometimes my nausea is the worst thing and I have no head pain. For me, some of the worst symptoms are the neurological ones. Unless you've had a migraine, you don't know what it's like. And unless you've had a migraine like me almost every single day for the last 12.5 years, it's just almost impossible to understand. This is the best day of my life. I mean, the next best day will be when I get to take that injection. I've had so much hope before, and it's dashed, and then hope, and then dashed, and hope, and then dashed. But I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna go, this is gonna work, and it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. I even hope that I can go into remission. Good morning, warriors. Oh, I'm starting to cry. We're on our way to seeing my nurse practitioner at my migraine specialist office. I called them and said, hey, is it time to make an appointment about the CGRP inhibitor, which is called Aimovig? They said yes, so that's what we're doing. I can tell you, like, this is groundbreaking in medical science. It's groundbreaking for people with migraine. If you have a health issue, this is your story too, because someday they may do research and find something that helps your disease. I think that I'm emotional because I don't know if it's gonna help me. A lot of patients found 50% reduction in their migraine. About 50% of patients, about 30% found about 25% reduction. I've never really found relief from the treatments I have had. Even if it is not a medication that works for me, this is the first step, you know? This is the first drug that they're coming out. There are gonna be others. It's not like if this doesn't work, it's the end. I've had 12.5 years of it since, and treatments not help me. And I still have a great life. And I'm gonna still have a great life after this medication, whether or not it works for me or not. I'm just gonna go through this with that gratitude that this is available. It is possible to have a great life. It is possible to live with that glimmer of hope even when it may not be possible for things to improve. Like, we can have a good life, we can have a good life, we can have a good life. And it is sad and suffering is there. I think a lot of times healthy people will be like, just hang on, it'll be okay. Say a lot of platitudes that I'm sure are great and make them feel good for saying them, but often don't really apply to the reality of our lives, which is like, suffering is not an option. Sometimes people say suffering is an option. It's not true. Suffering is real. I feel like we're opening a door to a next chapter, whatever it is.
You said just keep holding on if you're about to break. Oh, I'll always be your captain. From our failures we have grown. You said just keep holding on.
I have been officially prescribed the Aimovig. When I saw my nurse practitioner, she was like, are you so excited? I'm so excited. My headache clinic is going to be making me sign an informed consent form, meaning that I'm going to acknowledge that they don't know what the future will hold with this drug and what side effects it might cause in my future. Warriors, guess what? It is the day I have been waiting for. I am getting my Aimovig injection today. They have been backlogged, and so that's why it's taken so long from when I actually got the prescription till now when it came in. I'm also wearing a Hope shirt. I was gonna wear this shirt, so I guess this isn't as purple, but it is still purple. I'm so excited, I couldn't sleep. This is my Christmas morning. It's exciting. I can't wait to share with you all this day. I'm so excited. I've waited for so long and I cannot believe it. This is a dream come true. I felt smell like crap. Bad migraine. I thought it would be a lot more emotional, but I think it's because the migraine's so bad. But I'm excited. Hi. How y'all doing? I don't do anything to it.
Or anything like that. Yeah. Push down, click, let go of the blue button. So you gotta take your plug out.
Oh, okay, this is the plug.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So that comes out. And
Oh, cool.
yep.
Oh, what if people felt like with the needle?
Nobody has jumped or anything from it. The majority of patients that are doing this have done like what you have. All the other injections and all the... So the needle's so small and so short, and then you'll do that twice. We're learning.
I'm nervous. I
It's
didn't
okay.
expect to be nervous.
Most people are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just pull it out like this. Okay.
And then you wait for your second click. That is it.
Thank you. It did sting a little bit, but it's
Yeah.
a needle.
Perfect. Okay. Clean it off right with the alcohol. Make your circle on the way out.
I guess.
Yeah, the plug's a little harder on the real one.
Okay.
Flat.
Flat.
See your window.
See my window. Push down.
And then click.
Oh. Push it harder.
Yep.
There you go.
You weren't. Yeah. That's what I mean by kind of
I see
accident
it.
proof.
Yeah.
And that is it.
Wow, yay, it's done. My migraine specialist is advocating for patients. He is meeting with the people from the company, trying to get them to educate their pharmacy reps more, because there's more that needs to be known by headache specialists. He's trying to educate other physicians. I am just so thankful that I have access to him as a neurologist and a migraine and headache specialist, and it's just so important if you have migraines to see a specialist. If you're going to one and you're like, they're not fighting for me, then you need to find somebody else. You're not alone.
Used to think I had to do it on my own, but I'm never alone now. You are not alone in this world. You are not alone. You are not alone in this world. You are not alone.